Okay, that's
He's
good.
mad at me. He's
See?
mad because I, said, oh my gosh, hey, it was loud. Scared me. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not allowed to talk in my house. I don't know about you guys, but
What?
When did that rule? Apparently, it's an upcoming rule.
You don't have that at your house?
Well, I think I'm a witness to that you have spoken.
in your house,
Oh, in my house. I've been to your
Yeah.
house.
outside, not in here.
Oh. Maybe you might be right.
How am I doing?
Inside voices?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start the credits first, and then we'll keep this, or should we just keep this conversation going? I don't know. Well, I mean, some of us can talk, Nan can't. And you could go out. You could go out in the yard and talk. No,
It's
Okay.
Chris.
that's nice.
Ooh, wow, those are big
Really
bubbles.
So that's
Something's wrong with my bubble.
Put it right in front of mine.
Mine
Yeah.
is a little tiny one.
I
Why?
didn't fart on you.
No
I
bubbles
didn't
on
want
mine.
you.
Yeah, I think it was that sometimes people pay a lot of money for that. So I don't think it was
Pay a lot of money for what?
for having
Bubbles?
flatulence
Oh.
on them.
Okay, we might be live.
Mhm.
Virtual wine tasting in the era of post-coronavirus, apparently.
Taste it?
August 8th, 2023. Tonight, this evening, we're looking at Green Valley of Russian River Valley, AVA in Sonoma. I am still your host, the wino snob of Wine is Life. And this is still the tasting panel.
And we are your followers.
You're my followers.
Looks like a cult.
Uh-oh.
Something in the 19th century, I think. Oh, and here comes two more to join us
Whoops.
of the tasting panel. Here she comes.
Walking down our street. Get the funniest looks from.
Turn on your microphone there. Oh, there.
There we go. Oh, the eyes
Hi.
are open.
He's awake.
Oh, she's
Oh
darling.
my goodness.
Gosh, she's getting bigger all the time.
I know, she's like a different baby every week. Say hi, Madison. She's wearing
Hey,
her
Madison.
Hi, Madison.
How you doing, Jenny?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Good.
Well, some of us are pretty good. Anyway,
So happy you're here.
let's go around the room and introduce ourselves, our wine, and any pertinent information you may have. We'll start with Bill and Dorothy.
Okay, we are Bill and Dorothy from Fairfield, California, and we are drinking a Deloche Vineyard Pinot Noir.
Nice.
Ooh, yummy.
It was part of my first purchase from wine.com, so I'm kind of excited about it.
Okay.
It was $41.99. So anyway, it's a Pinot Noir from Green Valley of Russian River Valley. It's a 2016, 14.5% alcohol. And from the website, the specs for a 2019. So I'm going to talk about a 2019 and hope the 16 is somewhat similar. So it says black cherry, accented by cinnamon, layers of raspberry and red cherry intermixed with vanilla and baking spice. Moderate acidity and firm round tannins. Whatever that means, David, you can tell me what that is.
Firm round
Anyway,
tannins. Yes.
and a long enduring finish. So it lists the clones it's from, which is something you might know, David. But anyway,
6, 7,
I
and
guess
7,
I guess
7.
you guys don't do Pinot a whole
No.
lot over at Engelnook, but
I'm going to guess that 667 and 777.
those and also 115 and the Swan. So 4
Ah, okay.
actually. hand harvested, fermented in small open top, basket pressed, whatever that means, and in French oak.
Nice.
I think that's all the info I have on it. The nose is just a little bit off-putting for me.
Well,
I'm not
that's
a
a
big,
Pinot.
I'm not a big
Because
Pinot person.
it's
so it probably
it's
has a
not
Pinot
Cabernet
nose on
Sauvignon.
it.
The way you described it, those words. made it
But the
sound
taste
nice.
is fine.
It's got some the baking spice.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I taste. All that other stuff, all those layers I'm not getting.
So is it from Russian River Valley? Is that,
Yeah.
It's from
The-
Green,
the- Go ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, the Green Valley is simply part of the
There's a
Russian
little
River Valley.
chunk, it's a
Oh,
separate
okay.
AVA in the
Yeah.
valley.
Okay.
You'll see on my notes. So when I originally did this, I just put it as Green Valley AVA, but you'll see that the name has changed. It's been some
Okay.
time.
There's a Green Valley in Fairfield, outside of Fairfield, so they always have to
But
specify.
it's not an AVA.
No, it's not yeah, it is.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
anyway.
Dorothy, what'd you say? What's not an AVA?
Oh, there's a Green Valley. There are some wineries in Green Valley in Solano County.
Right.
And I didn't think they had their own AVA, but Bill says they
I
do.
think they do.
They might, and maybe that's why they specified this Green Valley of Russian River Valley more specific. I don't know, but
Right, I think so.
maybe you got something there to distinguish.
Timothy's checking it up, checking it out.
For about 100 years in Los Gatos, the name of the garbage company that dumped everything at Guadalupe landfill was Green Valley Disposal. So every time you say Green Valley, that's all I can think of.
While Dorothy's looking it up, Karen, you want to talk about
Oh,
you?
No, it says
It
that
is definitely there. I
it's
was
there.
Oh,
correct, which is one of the first
Karen from
times ever.
Hayward, I think I have what most people have.
Yep.
Okay. So basically, I'll just do a little bit because everybody else can talk about it. It's the Green Valley of Russian River Valley, Sonoma County. I have a 2018 and it's 13.5 by percent alcohol.
Nice.
This is state bottled.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
We'll jump to Jenny in Madison.
Jenny from Davis and Madison. Grandpa's currently babysitting. I also have the Iron
Right.
Horse.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go.
I was excited. We went to the Bay Area this weekend so that Madison could meet her twin cousins, which was lots of fun. But that meant we were in Redwood City, so we got to go to K&L Wine, which is an extremely
Oh,
place to
yes.
I
go.
love Canada.
I was able to buy some of the wines I didn't have, which was fun. Looking forward to going back sometime and perusing some more.
Which Iron Horse did you have? What is that the
I believe I have the same one, the classic vintage fruit.
no, classic vintage?
Yeah.
No, I have the
that's-
Valley
wedding.
of Russian
we have the
River.
wedding.
We had the wedding.
Ah,
The
I have
wedding
classic
vintage.
vintage. It's what they had.
I have that too. I
That's
bought that
important.
too. I'm not sure why, but I heard from previous that other people had the wedding. That's why I pulled this one out.
Yes, that's right. People did mention the wedding last week. I don't think they had the wedding at KNL. I don't remember seeing it when I
No.
looked it up. So yeah, theirs is the classic vintage fruit.
Cool.
And what year is it?
2018 as well. And also 13.5% alcohol.
Nana Scott.
Are you going to tell us the difference between the wedding cuvee and the brut?
Of course.
We got
I'd
the
have to look
classic
it up.
fruit. It's a 2019 now.
Oh, you get okay. You get the classic fruit.
Okay.
And where are you broadcasting from?
Got a name from Waynesburg, Ohio.
Nice. Oh, I have something to share, but I won't share it now. This is an inappropriate time to share it, but I'll share something else later.
We like inappropriate.
Okay,
Yeah.
so well, it's kind of interrupting the flow here, but Scott, you might like this. So our third cousin. Wait, our second, well, it's my second cousin. I think it's your cousin removed somehow. Anyways, it's
Census synopsis.
maybe it's not, you might be second cousin once removed, something along those lines.
I think he's more than one.
My cousin, my cousin, David Bonelli, same name. He's four days older than me. I learned. Anyways, his son John came to visit the winery over the weekend, and yeah.
Exciting.
Nice.
So, yeah. So I talked about you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where's he from?
He lives right across the bay from me in Redwood City.
Oh, jeez.
And David, his father, my first cousin, lives in San Francisco. We don't see each other much at all.
At all.
Except for the winery.
Yes.
Well, I've seen John twice, and John married a daughter of one of our top wine club members. So I knew John's father-in-law maybe even before John knew his father-in-law to be.
Small world.
Small world.
Small world.
Yes.
So do you guys like ranked wine club members? You get one of the top wine club members? Is there a ranking or something?
Yeah, there is.
You want to know your ranking, Eric?
How do I get my hands on it? What? I mean, is there a competition or something? I mean, what? How do I move up in the rank?
I mean, you're
Buy
among
more
wine
wine,
club members.
more.
You're somewhere on the list.
The bottom.
What's that telling you, Eric?
Well, Jenny's somewhere on the list too, for that matter.
I know, but you said one of the top. One of the
Yeah.
top wine club members. I would
Yeah.
assume that Jenny is at the very, very top.
At the very, very top in our book.
That's for sure.
Yes.
We're all at the top.
It's a multiple column list. So yeah, she's probably at the top.
Of some kind.
One
You
of
can
one of the
be at
columns.
top in various columns.
I don't know
Anyway.
why you didn't want to go down that road.
Oh, well, I no, because this isn't the time during the evening where we get off
Introduce each
track and
other.
start going off on a tangent somewhere else and talking about other things. Usually it's at least until we've gone through the slides, and then we go off on other things, right? Karen's paying attention. Eric and Sharon and Eric.
Yes, that's us. We're in Los Gatos, California.
And it's windy.
And they're trying to become a tourist destination.
That's
I
right.
think they want people to come on Saturdays when it takes you an hour to drive through town because of all the beach traffic.
Right, to Santa Cruz.
This label. And there's a lot of. And usually we don't have all this, but look at how pretty it is.
I'm going to open mine on
Almost
there.
peachy.
We should,
Cheers.
this is Iron Horse's most romantic bubbly. A beautiful vintage dry blanc de noir. The blend is 73% Pinot Noir and 27% Chardonnay. Aged
We have a
3
couple
years,
different models up
total
there,
production, 3,000
so Anybody, if you do.
cases. 3,000 cases. So they also have some warnings. According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink.
Women should not drink?
No women.
Been
According to
pregnant.
the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages.
Did you miss a word?
No.
No, it says that. Ours says that
He
too.
just-
It's consumption of alcoholic beverages
Doesn't say it.
for ability.
During
Doesn't
pregnancy.
believe me either.
Why?
It doesn't say.
No, it does say that,
Just
but I left that out.
say, no, not pregnant women. Let's
When
move on to Becky and John. John, did I spell your name right?
during pregnancy, it comes back and says it.
J-O-N.
You got it.
Finally.
I'm
It
not,
only took 3 tries.
Yeah.
I'm not done.
Oh,
Okay.
Sharon's not done.
Tell us about yourselves and then who you are, where you're from, and what's your social security number?
And PIN number.
And PIN.
Yeah.
Becky and John, right? John, Jon.
Jon.
It only took him 3 times to get that right, but he did finally. So we're from McCall, Idaho, but we have another house in Boise, and we're in Boise for a couple of days. So we met David and Sue on a river cruise. We didn't drink before that river cruise, but now we're sitting in.
And now you're luscious. David has that influence on many people.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
To come
David
to that.
converted you.
Before David.
You know, he's such a wine snob too. You ever notice that?
Why we
I
love
think
him.
we shared a few beers together and some cocktails together.
Oh, when in Europe.
Yeah.
Some Schlivlets.
Just some singing. So our wine, we found one that was on the list, and then we found out after we bought it that he changed the list. But so this is off of a,
No, it's the
okay.
correct one.
So we have
It's good.
this
Miramar Estate.
It's a Chardonnay.
Maramar.
Oh, okay.
We couldn't find any Iron Horse or any of the other brands, but
So this is from the Don Miguel Vineyard. It's dedicated to somebody's late father, Miguel Torres. This is Acero is named after a Spanish word for steel and refers to the fact that the wine has never touched any oak. Oh, the grapes especially selected for fruit intensity and aromatics are fermented in stainless steel and bottled in the spring. So there's no oak in this. Russian River Valley, unoaked. Let's see, alcohol is 13%. Well, that's good.
That's good.
All right.
John, you
So-
get the award for being able to read off the bottle.
Yeah.
he has glasses on.
He has good glasses.
So I'm David Mayer and I'm broadcasting. Whoa.
Yeah,
Good
But
thing
he
you
got a
had it.
towel on his.
well,
That was, you like did that
Have
one-handed.
a towel on it, but I was gonna open it. Well, I guess I did. That startled me. I'm broadcasting from Fremont, and I have what many others have. I have an Iron Horse wedding cuvee, and also 2018. So shall we find out more about this AVA? Oh, I think I have some.
Nope.
Is your foil silver on the wedding cuvee?
Speaking.
It's kind of golden,
Golden.
got a nice head on it.
If it were a beer, that would be great. Yeah, mine's definitely gold, but yours looks a little lighter than ours.
Well, my
Can I give you
phone
a little
goes down. I'm
update
gonna
before?
demonstrate. So those with sparkling wine, if you don't already have one of these things, you should invest in it. Who knows what this is called?
A cork.
I have one, but I don't know what it's called.
A stopper?
Nope. There's a restaurant and a bakery in St. Helena that bears this name.
Oh, Bouchon.
Bouchon.
Sean?
This is the Bouchon.
Kusan.
Which
Bouchon.
we just put our champagnes in the refrigerator and they still have
Drink it.
bubbles the next day.
Works on beer bottles too.
If you don't put anything on it.
So
Who-
cheers to
who-
all of you.
Who doesn't finish a beer bottle?
Sure.
Well, it's a 750 beer
It
bottle.
depends on the type of beer bottle, because they
Yeah,
have
if
like
it's a
bigger
750,
ones.
Who, if they don't finish the beer bottle, who puts a Bouchon on it? That's what I want to know.
Not me.
That's why I don't buy 40s, because I don't want to have to finish the whole thing.
No, that's wrong. You got it backwards, John. You want to buy those, so you have to finish the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, well,
Let's see what surprises we have. Oh, we have a song. Oh, and I was wrong. I thought I was being clever and giving the hint of what the song is for tonight.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Well, the hint, except that's the hint for next week's.
Oh, my God.
Well, I didn't
Psych.
recognize it.
I don't remember the hint.
Yeah, so that's,
I
if
missed
you
the
remember,
hint.
that's next week's song. I was working on next week's slideshow and I was having a moment. Let's see.
Can I
Let's
give
go
you a
back.
little update? Maureen won't be here tonight. She hurt her back.
Oh, no.
And she has to go see an orthopedic surgeon next week.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Well,
she
give
should
her
be
best
here to
wishes
drink some
and tell her
wine
we
and
hope
take
she
the
feels
pain
better
off.
soon.
Okay,
Tell her to drink some
Just
wine.
opened that new salon.
I know.
Probably was moving furniture.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Lady from Nevada? Is
Yeah.
that the lady from Nevada?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, John and Becky. Wine is-
So tonight's song, Eric, Becky, still a chance. Becky, no,
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
is
Yeah.
the tune of Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes. But it's we call it Grapes Grow Where My Chardonnay Goes by the Edison Lighthouse.
You're a good
I
singer.
don't even know the song.
You know,
No.
love goes where.
Remember 1971, John?
Where am I really?
But not really.
Oh.
That means I must have been there.
You must have been there. You must have enjoyed, had a good time then.
Yeah.
Do you feel like singing, Eric?
I don't like it. He's looking at something.
When you get the tune, you'll know. I think you'll
I know
remember
the
it.
tune, I just don't know
She
the.
ain't got no winery. Her stemware is kind of dirty. Her,
we
kind of
go.
goes like that.
That didn't help.
Oh, because I can't sing. That's what didn't help.
The stem was kind of dirty, the vines are kind of wild and free. Oh, but grapes grow where my Chardonnay goes, and nobody knows like me. She crawls kind of lazy, why people say she's crazy, and her vintage is a mystery. Oh, but grapes grow where my Chardonnay goes, and nobody knows like me. There's something about the trellis holding vine. It's a feeling that's fine. And I just gotta say, hey, she's really got a magical tractor. Her wine's full of that Sactobacter, and I can't get away. Oh, I'm a lucky fella, and I just gotta tell her that I love chart endlessly. But grapes grow where my Chardonnay goes, and nobody knows like me.
Well, that's good.
I don't know that.
Yeah,
That's
skip
enough.
that last one.
It keeps
Thank you.
growing.
Thank you, Eric.
Okay.
That was
I
Thank
think
you
I
for
was
that.
listening to different music in 71.
well, look at their hair.
Yeah. I know.
Looks like 70s.
They-
Yep, it looks like 70s.
71.
it's definitely 70s. And this guy's got definitely a 70s mustache. Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Very 70s. Well, let's see what else we can learn about wine other than the song. Sharon's
Okay.
favorite page.
Thank you. Don't steal it.
It's never going to leave. So here we are in Sonoma Valley AVAs, where this is the whole thing. And we've gone through Sonoma Coast, Fort Ross Seaview, Rock Pile, Dry Creek, Alexander Valley, Pine Mountain, Cloverdale Peak, Knights Valley, Chalk Hill, Russian River Valley, Fountain Grove, and tonight we're doing this little subpart of Russian River Valley called Green Valley.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Looks
it's
like
what
a
it
Venn
looks like.
diagram.
Ooh, pretty.
Very pretty.
Very pretty. So grape growing in Green Valley goes back to 1836, 2 years before
Oh.
George Yount, who is credited with starting grape growing in Napa, planted vines in what is now Yountville. However, after such a strong start, grape growing in Green Valley, along with most of the wine regions in the world, went through a long fallow period because of phylloxera and sheer economics. Almost every other fruit was more profitable. The Duttons, the most famous farming family in the area, was the first to replant grapes in Green Valley in the 1970s. Even as late as 1976, when Audrey and Barry Sterling bought Iron Horse, there we go, agents from the UC Davis Agricultural Extension advised against investing here on the grounds that it was too cold and prone to frost, and that Napa was a safer bet. Green Valley became a federally recognized AVA in 1983, and in 2008, the TTB approved a name change, and the official name is now Green Valley of Russian River Valley.
Oh.
It is today renowned for producing exceptional cool climate wines. Green Valley is defined by the fog because of its proximity to the Petaluma Gap. Green Valley typically experiences cooler morning temperatures for a longer period of time than do the northern parts of the Russian River. Green Valley is the first place where the fog comes in and the last place where it burns off, making it the coolest, foggiest part of the Russian River Valley.
Question.
Yep.
Are Audrey and Barry Sterling the same Sterling of Sterling in Napa? Different?
No, that's different.
I was gonna ask that too. So Sterling wine is not that family.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Sterling is, I forget the names of the guys that started. They were like dentists and doctors that started it way back when, and then they built the winery, and then they sold it to Coca-Cola, who sold it to somebody else, and now it's a Constellation brand winery.
Coca-Cola buying a winery, that sounds interesting.
Big
Yeah,
corporate. Big corporate.
there's a lot of that goes on.
Come here, Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's some more Green Valley. Perhaps the most important determining aspect of the area is its diurnal temperature profile, which is the difference between the peak heat of the day and the coolest pre-dawn hours, which result from its elevation and proximity to the ocean. On the north coast, there are 5 benchmark climatic regions: valley, mountain, coastal mountain, and inland mountain. Green Valley falls into the coastal climatic region, which is distinguished by relatively narrow temperature swings, and most importantly, by cooler daytime readings, typically ranging from the low 50s to the mid 80s during the peak growing season from veraison to harvest. You guys all know what veraison is, right?
No.
No?
Oh,
It's when the grapes turn
Madison.
color from green to purple for
Oh.
red grapes.
We call that ripening, but
Well, actually, it's not ripening.
Really?
It's just the leaves turning.
just the
Yeah,
color.
so and this year it's a veraison is lagging because it's been a cool growing season so far. Usually we're all purple by now, and we're not. It just started happening last week, so it's
Wow.
lagging behind.
so
The predominant soil types of the AVA is called Gold Ridge, a fine sandy loam covering about 60% of the area. The soil has a dark yellowish fine sandy loam surface over a subsoil of golden yellow sandy loam and fractured sandstone. It is derived from the remains of an ancient inland sea that slowly emptied into the Pacific Ocean 3 to 5 million years ago. It is particularly valuable for high quality wine grape production because of its excellent drainage and low soil fertility. These characteristics allow it to be initially managed from a low vigor situation that may be readily customized with more water and or nutrition, which directly contributes to wine quality. Some more Green Valley. Here's that fog. Okay, I found this map, which is kind of cool. It's showing the wineries of Green Valley.
Yeah,
So we get, someone had Deloche.
We have
But-
Deloche.
Yeah, so, but they got the grapes from over here.
Right?
Iron Horse, it's right there on the edge.
Mhm.
Mar, it's right here in the middle.
yeah,
So that's kind of cool.
yeah.
So it's a small AVA. I mean, these are the wineries. This is it. So the first one I picked was not on my list. So yeah, that's me. That's the professor in me apparently. So I picked Dutton Estates since in my readings I saw that Dutton was the first one to bring grape growing and winemaking back to this area, and coincidentally, I've been here. I've been to the Dutton Estate, and I was there with my other Ohio cousin, Greg Rugani, when they came out one time. And that was kind of cool. So actually, I think these two were there. Or maybe it was this one, but you're the oldest one. Maybe it was these two were there. And she served us. That was kind of cool. Anyways, Joel and Tracy each worked with their respective family businesses, Dutton Ranch and Kozlowski Farms. We are the sixth generation of the Duttons to farm in Sonoma County. When we founded Dutton Estate Winery in 1995, we continued a multi-generational family story and commitment to our distinctive corner of the Russian River Valley. Today, Tracy oversees and manages the daily operation of Dutton Estate Winery. The winery produces a mere 5,000 cases of Dutton Estate wine. In addition, the winery property includes a tasting room, Chardonnay vineyard, and a mid-sized winemaking facility. Dutton Estate's custom crush clients comprise several high Iron Horse, which many of us are using tonight, drinking tonight. They call themselves Where Rustic Meets Elegance, a pioneering estate winery founded in 1976. We handcraft California's most celebrated sparkling wines. Well, that's their words. Our Chardonnays are radiant, and Pinot Noir is our rising star. It's experienced the pleasure of visiting our tasting room in Green Valley of the Russian River Valley, where you'll sip wines from the vineyards that spill out at your feet. Iron Horse produces exclusively estate bottled still and sparkling wines with a distinct sense of place. As a result, our wines are elegant, bright, focused, highly nuanced, and silky smooth. Above all, we strive for balance in the vineyard, balance in the glass. For us, balance equals beauty. We never resort to recipe winemaking. We pride ourselves in our history and our evolution. And then I found this picture of when President Trump hosted
Charles.
then Prince Charles, at the White House. They were drinking Iron Horse wines.
Huh.
They have it in their glass.
Oh,
Isn't there another wine producer that has a history of being served at the White House that we've?
There's a lot of them. Yeah, I think we had one last week or the week before that. Well, Engelnook was served at the White House. That's all that counts.
Exactly.
Exactly. What are those other ones? I don't know. But, yeah, they're so the tendency, I think, since Reagan, that only U.S. wines are served at the White House. I think he made that a thing. And so when you're serving U.S. wines, if you want to impress your guests, you serve wines from California, maybe even Napa. Okay, it's Hartford family. So let's see, get this out of the way. So Hartford Family Winery was founded in 1994 as a result of Don and Jennifer Hartford's appreciation for the wines, the people, and the unique vineyards near the Russian River Valley home. Located in the Sonoma town of Forestville, the winery is about 15 miles from the cool Pacific coast. Specializing in wines from single vineyard sites, in recent vintages, we have made about 25 different single vineyard bottlings. Small and low yielding vineyards deliver expressive and personality-rich wine. Our single vineyard Hartford Court Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays total as few as 93 cases, up to 800 cases. Likewise, our Hartford Old Vine Zinfandels are produced in small quantities. Our single vineyard wines are highly allocated. And looks like a fun place to go. And lastly, someone had, our Idaho contingency has Miramar Estate. Only 10 miles from the Pacific Ocean and 50 miles north of San Francisco, the site is influenced by the sea's cooling breezes and drifting fog. That is why Miramar Torres selected this privileged location to export the Torres family legacy of fine wines to California. Miramar came to live in California in 1975 and acquired land and began planting the vineyard in 1986. Today, there are 30 acres planted with Chardonnay and 30 with Pinot Noir. The wines are made entirely from estate-grown grapes, named in honor of the late patriarch of the family. The vineyard is unique in California because it is totally European in style, their words. The vines are trained very close to the ground on an open vertical trellis. Following the slope of an east-facing hillside, the rootstocks are phylloxera resistant, and the planting density is 2,000 vines per acre, 4 times more than is traditional in California. Such high density promotes root competition and diminishes vigor, naturally reducing the output per vine. And that looks like a fun place to visit too. So that's it for that. So next week we're in Bennett Valley, and I was able to find them on wine.com. So I got my delivery last week of Bennett and Petaluma Gap. So I have a full contingency coming up. And stop the share. So we're back. So did everyone see? I think we talked about it earlier. My secretary may have not sent it to everyone, but we have a new list. We have an updated list,
Oh, no.
which I haven't even printed out yet, that shows everything through Mendocino. Yeah. So it's which takes us into, I don't, what's the last month in that? Is it like October?
Well, December, but
Oh, December. Okay. Takes us through the year.
have any suggested wineries, but
No, I did. And so rather than put something down and then later completely ignored it in my presentation, I just haven't gotten there yet. Just wanted to, so you can just search for those AVAs if you want to go ahead and get a head start on buying the wines from those areas.
So,
Sometimes
since we're in Idaho, do you think wine.com is probably one of the best places to get the wine?
it's really good. So if you're gonna start buying from wine.com, I highly recommend joining their stewardship, which means free shipping from then on.
Mhm.
one question, one comment, not question. I've been
Okay.
ordering from wine.com pretty much ever since we started this. And when you order volume, you don't pay for shipping. Just that's something to keep in mind.
Oh, okay.
We got
So
nearly,
what you're saying is you order volume.
well, we got nearly $500 worth of wines. We didn't have to pay any shipping. We just paid tax.
They
Yeah.
also send out, if you get on their list, they send you out emails with discounts and
Yeah.
or they send you little cards with discounts.
And they enclose, like when you do order something, they'll enclose,
Yeah.
right, 10% off or whatever.
Oh,
The
yeah.
the only time you want to order from wine.com is if the shipping is free and you get a discount.
Right.
Right.
But for those in areas where the availability of obscure wines is harder, even without that, that may be the only way to finding those.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up. It says, if you install their app, you can take $20 off $100. So
There you
that's
go.
good. Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
give them the other secret that you gave me.
What's that?
Give them the other secret that you
Oh.
gave me.
When I go on wine.com, some layer comes on and asks if they can help you. And I just type it away, tell them exactly what David's got on his list. And, you know, we're tasting on Tuesday nights by AVA now. And, you know, these are what I need. And I'll put one in there and the sommelier will look for it and, you know, add that to my cart. Then the next one I'm looking for and the next one and the next one. I think I ordered probably about a dozen bottles of wine the last time, because some of these I got maybe 2 or 3 bottles from the different AVAs, because it wasn't that bad priced. And plus, like I say, the more you order, you get free shipping. So
Sure, yeah. But if you buy ahead, you're gonna buy that wine anyway, so.
Yeah.
right. And you know, I think I got at that time wines to, well, it was September 26th, now it's October 3rd. It might be even later since he bid it. Another no, that might be, no, I don't have, yeah, the new list. We've got a
part of the-
couple off with the adventures, so
Yeah, I put the days that I'm gone in there too, so that I know that I'm gone.
yeah.
Yeah, the problem I have is if I want to ship some to California or to Florida, so,
Don't know where you'll be, huh?
well, I have a calendar.
Well, they have Total Wines down there in Florida where she's at, and you probably have Total Wines or wine.com where you're at in California, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, what is
I
that?
even,
Where we are in Ohio, you know, there's 3 major cities, you know, you got Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, and Canton's kind of in the middle there. We're just south of Canton. You know, we just have local wine shops. They don't have a lot of selection. They have sell the most of.
Do they have vineyards in Ohio that are?
Oh,
pretty good?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But, you know, in Ohio, there's more sweet wines than there are the dry wines.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's some bigger wineries that they have a little bit of everything, which is kind of nice. And they probably get their grapes from California or their juice from California, some of them, to make the dry wines. So,
New York, yes.
and yeah, in New York, the Finger Lakes, there's quite a bit there.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're doing California AVA, so you got to do
Right,
California
Well,
wines.
that's
So,
good. That's the way to do it.
maybe eventually we'll branch out to Lake Erie, and we'll do some of the Idaho. So yeah, there's more wineries in California. There's more, 90% of the wine made in the US is from California.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
you'd be surprised how many there are in Ohio.
I've been to one.
Yeah, even Idaho, though, the wine thing is taken off in the Snake River Valley and
Yeah.
And Columbia River Valley. is
Columbia
right.
River,
Yeah.
Willamette Valley.
Well, I'd say in another 5 years or so, we'll cover those.
Let's do it.
Well, I'll be covering those
I
wineries
got
real
nowhere else to
soon.
go. Yeah, but I think so we're doing Mendocino towards the end of the year, and then we're gonna head south to
We'll go
Monterey
south.
County, and then we'll go down to Paso Robles.
Paso
and we'll
Robles.
go,
Yeah,
Santa
Paso
Barbara.
Robles. I like.
I think after we do all those, and we're done with, and there's no reason in the world to go to Temecula. We'll head up to Oregon after that. We'll do
There you
Southern
go.
Oregon and Willamette Valley, and then we'll
Washington.
do Washington.
Oh, fun.
Washington, yeah.
Yeah, so we got, as long as you guys still want to do this, and I'm willing to. I'm having fun with this, so.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
So David, I have a question.
Okay,
Actually, I have a comment and a question.
okay.
I've had two different conversations with people this week. When you talk about going to Mendocino and Oregon and all those different places, do they all have AVAs like we do in Napa and Sonoma?
Yeah, so
So one of
Yeah.
the conversations I had this last week was with a person whose son works in Napa. I forget exactly what winery. He's been at a couple different wineries. And we were talking about the AVAs, and he said, you know what they say about the AVAs is a bunch of bullshit. That there's no such thing, that it's just a bunch of things that they say about is what are AVAs about. And I tried to argue with them. I mean, I tried to give them my knowledge. Didn't matter what I said. No, that's not true. That's not true. Kind of made me angry because he wouldn't listen to what I had to say. I tried to explain to you.
Sometimes at that point, you just walk away because someone's not gonna listen to anything. But here's the thing about AVAs. They were raised to appreciate differences of different parts of the country and different parts of different regions, following along the lines that is done in Europe. So when you go to France, they don't call them AVAs, they're called appellations. And there's a reason why, lots of different reasons. But the thing about US AVAs versus appellations is that appellations actually are not only tell you the limits of the region it's made in, it might even tell you what grapes qualify to be made into wine in those regions,
Yeah.
and what the yield for your vineyard should be for those regions, and sometimes even when you're allowed to start picking in those regions. So they're a lot stricter on their appellations than we are here. Here in California, you can grow and make anything you want. What makes sense though is what's right for the soil and for the climate where you're growing it. So that's some of these AVAs that we have are based on that. We just went through about Green Valley. It's a lot different than the rest of Sonoma. There's differences there that make Green Valley a really unique place to grow grapes and make wine.
Sharon.
But on
Sharon,
the other hand of that, I mean, he's got a point too. I mean, he's not totally right. He's not totally wrong, because in the creation of some AVAs, people's influence and political boundaries have come into play. So when it was suggested to make a separate AVA for Stag's Leap district, the original Stag's Leap district was this very small area, like where Schaefer is and where Quixote is and Stag's Leap winery is. And as that was coming about, people said, well, we should be part of that too. So they moved the boundary, and then someone else said, well, we should be part of that too. So they moved the boundary, and well, we should be part of that too. So they kept moving the boundary. And one of the boundaries is Yountville Crossroad, which is far away from the original Stag's Leap. So it was by influence of people, and when I say political boundaries, some AVAs are counties versus where logistically the line should be drawn. So you're both right, and you're both right, but not totally right. And either one is totally right.
Hey, how many AVAs are there in the US? I just looked it up.
I don't, there's hundreds. I don't even know.
267.
A lot of AVAs.
I just
Well,
looked up,
I'm surprised the number is that low.
That's across 34 states.
Okay.
Wow.
And California has
Brian, Becky.
147 of them.
Through all those AVs.
So
How many does Florida have?
Two.
It doesn't say anything about Florida.
None.
I just looked up,
This is
I looked
Ohio.
up Oregon AVAs, and there's
Yeah.
23 AVAs in Oregon.
Okay.
And Willamette Valley is one of those, but
but in Willamette Valley, there's a bunch of AVAs too.
Yeah, kind of like Green Valley within Russian River Valley,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
What'd you get?
And isn't even like Sonoma
Ooh,
County,
worry.
isn't Sonoma County an AVA?
Oh, you want to say
And
hi?
Napa County?
Becky and John are on here too.
Oh, hi guys.
Hi, Sue.
Where's Sue?
right there.
Oh, hi
Who's
Sue.
glowing in the dark?
I got a present today. I don't know why. They don't want me to get lost, I guess, or maybe they want me to get lost.
They want to be able to find you.
They want to be able to find me. I don't know.
You're right, Dorothy, what you said about Sonoma.
Well, I didn't hear what she said.
I said Dorothy's right, what she said about Sonoma.
I don't know what she said.
Well, isn't Sonoma County an AVA? The whole
Yeah.
county?
Yeah, exactly.
And California, how about California?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Is it an AV, is California an AVA or an appellation?
Napa Valley AVA is not just Napa Valley, it's all of Napa County. Napa Valley
And
AVA
there's
is the
AVAs
whole,
in Napa Valley AVA.
Right, in Ohio.
yeah, there's 16 AVAs in Napa Valley
Yeah.
or Napa County.
We have 5 in Ohio.
Okay, here's a trivia. Where was the first AVA? What state?
Ohio.
I think it was Virginia, Thomas Jefferson's.
Nope, the Ohio River Valley AVA is the birthplace of American viticulture. Wine has been in
Oh,
Ohio since 1823.
oh, boy.
How about that?
But it's not the first AVA.
But it is a birthplace.
It was the birthplace of maybe grape, but I think it's Missouri, somewhere in Missouri.
Oh, how interesting.
I don't
It's
know,
the
that'd be something to look up.
Okay, quickly.
Terry was the first wine AVA in America.
Here's an answer from Wikipedia.
Ohio River Valley.
Oh, it was. Okay, I'm wrong.
There it is.
Wine has been produced.
Listen.
Go Ohio.
Hey, Siri-
They're not gonna be able to hear that.
Siri knows, Siri knows.
Your Siri must be on.
The earliest wine made in what is now the United States was produced between 1562 and 1564 by French Huguenot settlers from Scuppernong grapes at a settlement near Jacksonville, Florida.
Hey, Florida.
Interesting.
That's not.
It's not right.
What's
Was
his
it?
name?
Wasn't
Mis-
Boone's
it's
Farm in
Mis-
Florida?
Missouri.
Probably.
Hey, Missouri.
Oh, California.
So
This first wine.
Augusta, Missouri was the first
Wine made in
recognized
Missouri.
AVA.
Well, you can
Augusta,
talk about an
Missouri.
AVA, but
It's not the first place grapes were grown. It's the first recognized AVA.
First recognized.
Yeah.
1980.
well, if it's Missouri, you're gonna have to show me.
Uh-uh.
Just did, right there.
A joke. It was a joke.
Just
I
show
know.
me.
I got it, Eric. I got it.
Okay.
I
well,
got
thank
it
you.
too. My favorite, one of my favorite tours was I had a bunch of people, like 20 people from Missouri, and I had told them not. We were talking about the olive trees, and I said, yeah, but don't eat the olives. They need to be cured first. They're very bitter. And then as I'm going on with the tour, showing, I hear this, ooh, I go, what happened? These olives are bitter. I go, I told you not to eat the olives.
No, you.
Oh yeah, you're from Missouri. Of course you eat the olives.
It doesn't matter where anyone's from. If you tell them that,
Dude,
You're gonna want to try them.
absolutely. I don't believe him. Oh, he's right. Oh my God.
Oh, he's right. Oh.
Okay, well, I'm glad I asked that question. It gave a
Yeah,
lot of conversation, and I
When
did
someone has
just
that
walk
kind of
away.
attitude, Sharon, there's nothing, it's like in anything, just,
Yeah.
they're never, nothing you say will change their mind.
But I was impressed with myself that I had the answers because I got the knowledge from you.
Where was he? Where was he? He was at Total Wine? Is that what you said?
No. It was a friend of ours, somebody that we know,
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Somebody that I know?
Steve Lorenz.
Oh, Steve Lorenz is a fucking idiot.
But he
You're
said
on,
it was his son
I
that
see you
said
on
Say that
YouTube.
so-
Problem solved.
it. No,
He's
but
not-
he said it's not anyway. So here's the next one we came
This
across.
is the guy that just, he used to come to our runs on Saturday morning at 7 o'clock, and you could still smell the beer because it just was reeking out.
Because he had beer before he ran.
Because that's all he drank was beer.
He
He doesn't
still
know anything
does.
about wine.
Okay, So it was his son. It came from his son. Here's the second one that I talked to this week. We were talking about sommeliers because the tasting house in Los Gatos is everyone that works there is a sommelier.
Well, they require them, and the owner will reimburse them for the courses as long as they pass the exam when they
Right.
pass it and everything.
Right.
But this person said that a blind monkey or a blind paraplegic monkey or something could pass the initial sommelier test.
Really?
He said it was all written.
No, not she, it was he.
He said it was all written.
Yeah, the introductory level is all written. That's true. I mean, a blind monkey would have to be able to read the.
So they have braille. They have braille, so that's.
And that's
Yeah.
But the thing is that, and it was a chimpanzee, I believe it, but a monkey, I'm not sure. But
And then what?
Chimpanzee might be able to.
he didn't say
Maybe
anything
not.
about the second round. I just dropped it because then he started talking about ivermectin, and I'm like,
Yeah. So anyway, just wanted to share.
You do have to know something about.
no. You have to know something, but it's not. You don't have to like taste the
It's-
wine and tell people where it's from.
No,
Or,
for level 1, you don't have to. Level 2, it's theory.
I was
it's
offended.
blind tasting, practical, and it's also service.
Mm.
And for me,
Oh.
the hardest part, because the other stuff I know so well, the hardest part is service.
Really?
For you?
So what does it service? involve?
That's, yeah. What does it entail?
Well, it's like a formal dance around the table. You have to perform the dance correctly. And while you're trying to perform the dance correctly, they're throwing a bunch of theory questions at you that may have nothing to do with what you're serving or anything, to throw you off while you're trying to serve. So they may ask you questions about different beers. They may ask you questions about sake. They may ask you about cigars. And you're serving what they ordered is champagne, but what you're serving them is cava because they can't afford the champagne for the exam. So you have to open one of these bottles. That would have passed. Mine farted very silently when it opened all by itself.
That's
Services. I just had one of our new guys just took that exam and he passed theory and tasting, and he failed service. And I told him that service was the hardest part.
I could tell you who that was. If it was a new employee at Inglenook.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Who? I don't think you've had him yet.
No. He nope.
They're trying to teach you how to chew gum and.
I can't hear you. Can't
They're
hear you.
trying to
Pat your head and
At the same
rub your
time.
stomach at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't think you've had this new guy yet.
The new guy that does the tastings.
Well, he does. Yeah, he does tastings.
Is he in the bistro too?
No.
No, different
Yeah.
guy.
Jenny knows who I'm talking about.
David, we've been trying to make a reservation at the bistro. We have now called and left 4 messages on 4 different days, and
Well,
no
clearly-
one has called us back.
Clearly,
Why
you're
don't you
not.
go online and make your reservation?
Because we like to call. We're
Well-
old fashioned like that.
Yeah, but there's.
You must be at the bottom.
It's
of
not the best way. It's not the best way to make it. Let Madison show you how to use the computer.
Well, they should respond if you leave a message.
I know. I have that issue all the time.
We're
We're being good. We're going to the bistro.
So we have
We're
a
not trying
saying.
to
We have a
sit and
saying at
taste it.
Inglenook.
What?
We have a saying at Inglenook.
We will
that
sell
is
no
that
wine before it's time.
No, that's Parmesan.
Parmesan, yeah.
Our skeleton crew is so thinly stretched that they have osteoporosis. I can't say it.
Oh,
Osteoporosis.
Of their
Yeah.
hands?
No. That's
No, we're working under a very tight group, and I don't even know if you're not getting responses to the voicemails. Maybe our one reservationist isn't there for whatever reason.
Whatever, yeah. We'll keep trying.
No, go online. I'm telling you, that's the best way to do it.
We'll get brave.
Go online and do
Yes.
it.
I'm very excited to come visit. It's been
Yeah,
a very
go
long
online.
time since I've
Just go
had
online.
Hazelnook wine, David.
Go online. The only reason you ever need to talk to someone is if you're making a private event or something like that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to talk.
Yeah, but if old people can't do it on the computer, we only know how to use the phone.
Have Nan do it for you.
Discriminating against our
They're
age.
younger than us. I can do it.
Have
They're
Nan
younger.
do it for you because she knows how to pull down the.
Call your secretary.
Yeah.
Call your
Nan.
secretary.
She's on a different time zone though, so be careful.
I might have you there at 3 o'clock instead of 6.
When are you trying to come? You try to come this weekend?
No, I think we're trying to come on the 18th. It's a Friday.
Oh,
That's in 2 weeks. That's our wedding anniversary.
Oh, happy early
Happy anniversary.
Anniversary.
No, it's not.
I got the dishwasher running.
She doesn't know how many years. Can you believe it?
What year were you married?
Oh, shoot. I don't know.
Must
What
have
do you
been a
mean by
good
that?
one.
But you know
I'm
the
lucky
date.
that I remember it's on the 18th of August. Oh, I know what I was going to say. And I admire Ginny for trying to make a reservation, whether it's online or in person, because the last time we were in Napa, we tried to just stop by. We didn't have a reservation. You have to have a reservation. Doesn't matter who you are, if you're top of the list or the bottom of the list.
Yeah. 10 years,
No,
10
no,
years,
the ones
maybe
at the
even
top
15
of the
years
list
ago,
don't
it
have
didn't
to
matter.
call.
But yeah, they've gotten stingier and stingier about those reservations. I mean, everyone across the board.
Yeah.
Eric, if you were on the top of the list, you'd get in no matter what.
I know.
They wouldn't.
I know. They were very nasty to me and when I was in there.
Come to
Did you want a tasting or did you want the bistro?
I just wanted a glass of wine.
Yeah, we just wanted to go in and get a glass of
Well,
wine.
here's the thing.
I feel like the bistro, there's a little more
As-
give.
As a member, if you don't need to have a table at the bistro, a member can always drop in, get a glass of wine at the bar and walk around with it. You
That's
don't,
not what they told
don't
us.
call, don't call, just
Well, no,
go.
we were at the
I know,
gate.
but those stupid.
Because you have you have the fob, right? That can get you
Yeah,
in. You just
never work.
walk in and get to the bistro.
Never worked.
Ours doesn't
Let
work.
Nan show you how to use
Ours
the
never
fob.
worked either. And we finally figured out you don't wave it where you think you should.
No,
you
you
have to
put
press
it,
it.
you have to hold it there until the gate opens.
Yeah, and then they told us that the key chain metal thing that's attached to will sometimes interfere with it. I'm like, well, why
Well,
would
then
you
why'd they
attach
put it on a metal keychain?
And why do you put
You
it on?
need
Don't-
to-
don't-
You
don't
need
have
to
the
hire my
metal-
son to put a new gate in.
No. What we do, all we do is we just wait for someone to come out and open the gate and we just drive through. And
That works
solves
too.
The whole issue.
We've done that before also.
What you need is a four-wheel drive
David.
truck.
Since you've stayed on the property before, you know that there's a back door that does
Yeah.
not have a gate.
Oh, the other.
I didn't say
other
that.
road.
Oh,
yeah.
are we broadcasting? No.
Yes, we're.
You are.
You're
There
recording.
is literally, there's 3 back doors to get on without the gate.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
There you go.
Here to everybody.
but the rest of you watching, the millions of viewers out there,
Yeah.
don't listen to me.
I didn't say anything.
I don't think I said anything.
I know you, I didn't hear you say anything.
Do you want us to?
I have your
critique
back.
Our wines? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
so
don't
what's the
care
difference
about-
between the classic vintage brut and the wedding?
It's probably the blend.
Okay, what's the blend? What's your blend?
I think this one's Pinot Noir.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
feel like you said yours was a Pinot Noir, so I'm assuming ours,
33% Pinot.
the
and
classic
27%
is more
Chard.
Chardonnay. Oh, 70 Pinot and 30 Chardonnay for the vintage.
Okay, we're
So yours is a little-
73.
Just a little different. It might be a different vineyard too.
Mine says 67% Pinot Noir and 33% Chardonnay.
They're all different.
And
Interesting.
regardless, this is what they served at the White House.
Well, not necessarily this vintage, but this wine, yeah.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed for our country that we served this crap at the White House.
So
Well, I Googled wines at the White House and they serve a lot of cheap wines.
Interesting.
Really?
Two buck chuck is high on their list.
No.
inexpensive wines. Well, so, no, okay. but all that
Accessible
being
wines.
said, Bill, how do you like your wine? Bill and Dorothy? How do you like your Pinot?
I think I'm liking it better than Dorothy, but it's certainly never gonna be one of my favorites.
And how about you, Becky and John?
I like it.
We like our Chardonnay. now.
Chardonnay?
Now, we just also bought a Russian River Pinot called Juggernaut. It's inexpensive.
Oh,
And we actually really I don't know if you've had it before, but it's very, very good actually for the price.
I've heard of it. I
Juggernaut.
haven't had it.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's pretty good.
We only drink two different Pinots. We drink Willamette Valley and Russian River. And we had some in Texas one time and I told them to quit selling that crap.
We took a taste and we just, oh my gosh.
I almost
it
hit
was
the roof. I
horrible.
said, you can't grow Pinot grapes in Texas.
For
It was
sure.
horrible.
I also like, there's several places in
Or-
California I like besides Russian River. I like Santa Cruz Mountains. I like
I can see
Santa
that.
Lucia Highlands down in Monterey.
Mhm,
Excellent.
I guess we
yeah.
haven't
And
tried
it needs
those.
cooler
so-
climate,
yeah.
yes?
Yeah, so Santa Barbara has some really good Pinot.
I guess we just know that we like Willamette Valley, so we just sort of stick with that, but
And there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
Yeah, no, if you like what you like, it's not.
yeah.
New Zealand Pinot from Okanagan Valley, Central Otago. Central Otago, that's really good.
Mm. Okay, good to know.
Burgundy.
I don't like mine. This is all that I've had to drink and I'm not having any more. Thank
Oh,
you very much.
Really?
Well, let's have
And
a
on
vote.
that
I
note,
others I
I
like
think it's
better.
the time to say goodnight.
So we have.
Yeah.
we were
Good night.
taking out
Night.
on Sunday and we
Oh,
drank.
well,
three
next
different
week
bottles.
is Bennett Valley.
Bennett?
Bennett
Valley.
Valley.
I don't know.
Yeah, David has to go cook.
What? We're-
Well, it's like 6:08. It's after.
Oh
6.
my gosh.
It's almost
We're
bedtime.
Time
Someone
flies
got
when you're
that.
having fun, Sharon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out to dinner.
It's not fun.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna
I
go.
will.
Going
fix
in the
dinner,
room next
so
door.
bye.
So-
Okay, say hi to Sue.
Okay, okay.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a good week.
Thanks
Okay.
for all the information. David.
Yes, David, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Great.